Hey friend. Today is day 3 of Playlist Live. It is Sunday. This is the last day, so I'm all packed up. I'm gonna zip up my suitcase and give them my luggage to hold until it's time to leave. I have classes this morning and I have a really exciting collaboration I'm doing today. I met probably one of the most influential humans I've ever met in my life. Her name is Jen. She has a channel here on YouTube called Rebranding Autism. She is on the Autism Spectrum. I'm gonna say it's all without crying because I don't wanna ruin my makeup, but Jen gives me a huge insight into what Ella's future looks like and Ella's mind and how Ella thinks. Jen and Ella are very similar. Jen is a woman. I mean, she's grown up. She's incredibly witty, hysterically funny, sarcastic, all the right things. She is my friend. I want to present her to you guys because she has, although I have a child on the spectrum, she has really changed my perspective on autism. I have a child on the spectrum. I love her more than anything in this world. I've never had, that I've known of, a friend with autism, like an actual friend. I've never had a friend with autism. Now that I do, and she's so much like my little girl, and her and I sat down last night and we talked for hours, and just like, she gave me such a good insight into how Ella's brain works and stuff like that, and I really, really want to share it with you guys because I feel like I've been reborn or something. Like, it was so insightfut and incredible and amazing, and she's so cool. You guys, like, we are friends, like, for real. Like, I'm not just like, oh, she's my friend. No, she's my actual friend now, and we're pretty tight. So I want to sit down with her, and I want her to meet you guys. I want you guys to, number one, be kind, be open to listening to her. And I think you guys will take away from it what I took away from it. I'm also still new to autism and the autism world. I don't talk about it all the time on this channel because I like to keep Ella safe, but I also like for you guys to have a sense of awareness and acceptance, and you guys have, and you're so open and accepting and all of those things. So I really want you guys to get to know Jen because she is going to really change your perspective on humans with autism. Like, she really is. Hey friends. Hey guys, this is Jen. Jen, do you want to tell them who you are?
Hi, I'm Jen Simba. I'm on the Autism Spectrum, and I run a YouTube channel. You're on YouTube.
Plug your channel.
Oh, you run a YouTube channel called Rebranding Autism.
I'll leave the link down below. I already explained to you guys in the room about Jen and like how you truly affected my life. Like, I feel like coming this weekend, the best thing I took away from this weekend is meeting Jen. We had a really good talk last night about, because if you guys are new here, my daughter Ella is on the autism spectrum. She's 6 years old, and Jen and Ella, they have a lot of similarities in the way they stim, your sense of humor, things that make you happy, things that make you feel good, things that don't make you feel good. I noticed right away meeting Jen that she was so much like my Ella, so that I wanted to like pick her brain, because I told you last night, I've never had a friend on the spectrum that I've known about, and you are so insightful, and you know, you just make me feel hopeful for Ella's future. But like, what is your story? How did you come to be Jen now?
To be Jen now? Well, it took a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of problems when I was little, and they didn't know what was going on with me exactly.
Okay.
They knew some of the things, and as I got through, it got harder as I got to like teenage years. When I was a kid, it wasn't as bad because I was still a kid.
Right.
So it was more acceptable, the things I did, but as I got older and the kids started kind of being in cliques and stuff like that, I started to get left out, and then I started to get a lot of depression and sadness, and I ended up in like being in group homes and residential schools because it was not working out at home for me.
Mm-hmm. Why wasn't it working out at home?
I was starting to like spiral. My mom said I was really spiraling down. They were worried about me, and she had gotten sick. She actually had gotten cancer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that I was very attached to her, so they were worried about how I would react and
like
stuff.
if something were to happen.
Yeah, and just the whole process of her being sick, it really affected me more because she was my world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your mom is your best friend.
Yeah.
In the whole world, which makes me happy because I'm Ella's best friend. John, my husband, her dad. We always fight about who she loves more. It's obviously me. Jen approves. It's the mom.
It's the
okay.
mom.
But I was asking you questions because what is your, like, what did I ask you last night?
You asked me?
I had a couple drinks, guys. Don't judge me. Jen texted me this morning, like, you feeling okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm alright.
You asked me about like what it was like, what it like. I like to look at lights and what those things do for me.
Yeah, that's it. Because you had the glow stick.
Yeah.
Because Ella really, really loves lights, and she loves loud music, and she's flappy and happy. We always say like she gets happy and flappy at the same time. Jen, when you're happy, you flap, and that's what you did. You explained to me what the flapping does for you.
It kind of like, I usually do it when I'm happy or excited. It just kind of helps me stay where I am in space.
Right. Because
sometimes I feel so excited, I get so happy or excited over something that I just want to be like run everywhere.
And Ella's a runner. You guys, I've had her on camera a few times. She does circles around the house, and then she'll crash into the walls.
Yeah.
And that's just her trying to figure out, like, she's so excited. So is that how she regulates herself? That's how you make sure that you're not...
For me, that's how it just kind of keeps me like from doing other things that would be like kind of crazy maybe, or not good to do. Like, I think I do it just to it calms me down enough that I can be in that moment
and actually enjoy it.
Yeah, instead of letting it, because I know where to put all the excitement.
Right.
And I used to get so happy that I would hit my head and stuff, and that obviously is like a not good thing to do.
Right.
And now I'm just. It just kind of lets it out a little more, I guess, and it feels nice.
It feels nice. Just like the lights last night, because I was having drinks and you had the glow stick, and you're like, this is my equivalent to like how drugs would feel. Like, it just felt so good.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed the fireworks show and everything. Like, you love fireworks, and she loves roller coasters, you guys. So do you obsess, like everybody says, like, usually people on the spectrum, they obsess over things like Ella's into hedgehogs and guinea pigs right now, videos on YouTube all the time. What is your thing? Like, do you have a thing, or is that just like a myth?
I mean, I think we do get like that. Me, it's not like one thing my whole life. Like some people I've seen, like since they were kids, it's trains or and they'll tell you everything about that. I'm more of like, I'll spend 3 months on something hardcore.
That's
like
how Ella
all
is too.
in, yeah, I'm all in, dedicated. Like I want to go to the place where it is. I want to watch videos about it. I want the t-shirt. I want the actual thing, like as much as I can get of it.
Yeah.
I want that thing, and I'll learn a lot about it. People ask me sometimes, how do you know that? Because they'll be wondering something, and I'll say, well, you know, I learned about it because I'll be so on it.
Like, you just want to know everything that you can know about it. And does it just like, are you just one day like you lose interest?
And then all of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden something else in a few months will just like drop on me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to know. I need to know. I need to do it. I need to know
everything about it.
On it, yeah.
So how long have you been on the roller coaster kick?
The roller coaster's been about 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
So we still got a couple more months in us.
A couple more months, and then there's also the multi-level marketing.
The multi-level, which we talked about that last night. LuLaRoe.
Yeah.
We were really interested. So you guys, I'm telling you, Jen is so cool. I can't even, like, I was talking to her last night. I was like, Jen is like, you give me so much hope for Ella's future, because you are so similar. Ella's really focused on hedgehogs right now. You guys know that. Guinea pigs, all of those things. But it changes every few months. We never know what she's going to be totally in love with. So like, hedgehogs in a month from now could totally disappear, and she'll just won't even care, and then it'll be Shopkins, or it'll be surprise eggs, or LOL dolls. Like, she always has something, and I think that's super cool, because you told me last night, don't crush your spirit.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I can say.
Like, how could I crush her spirit? Like, what would I do that would make her not?
I honestly don't think you would, because you're her mom, but don't let other people, like therapists, or it's great to her to do her therapies and stuff. I'm not saying that's bad.
Right.
But just don't let anyone tell her she can't try to take away her little movements or things that aren't harmful, just because in the name of being appropriate or fitting in. Yeah. And it can really just kind of crush that happiness and excitement, and that's me being that happy, excited person is kind of what gets me through. And it makes you feel good. Yeah, and it helps me get along with other people, because they see that in me, and they will want to be around me and be my friends. And if she has that in her, it just really helped me survive the bad thing. So don't suppress stims. If they're not hurting her. If they're not hurting her, or if it bothers her, she says, I don't want to do this. You know, I'd help her to stop doing whatever it is. But I like wouldn't let a therapist say like, oh, you can't do this in public, or
I agree.
You can only, because I've been in programs where I could only rock when there was music. It had to be at the appropriate time.
Yeah.
I could never do this with my hands unless I was like on a break. Like, it was crazy. Yeah.
And is it painful for you not to do it? Like,
yeah, and it would build up inside me, and then I'd end up smashing my head on something because I couldn't do these little things that helped me stay calm.
Right.
So it would build up, and then I'd have a big episode of something bad.
Right.
And then I'd get punished, and it was just a never-ending cycle. I never got better when I got out of there, and to a place where they could care less what I do, as long as I'm not well, care less what I do, but they don't care if I do this. They just don't want me banging my head or things
hurting
like that.
yourself.
Hurting myself. I got so much better. It took me a while, but I got so much better, and I got more confidence in myself. I used to have really low self-confidence and self-esteem, and now I'm like much more confident as a person.
She's hysterically funny too. I was telling you earlier, you're quick-witted. Like it's instantly, like she can hang with like the best of the most sarcastic people there ever was. Like we were talking yesterday, you're like, if I'm too much, like tell me to go away.
Yeah.
Do we have a safe word? And you're like, it's peaches and cream. Like we were just cracking up. Where did you like, does it hard for you to be funny, or is it natural? Like did you script and learn how to be socially acceptably funny, or is it like just this is your personality?
I think because in my family we made a lot of jokes. My mom makes a lot of jokes, and so I grew up watching the wittiness. Okay. And it kind of took on its own, but definitely when I was a kid, I was not like funny. Like I was funny, but like I couldn't hang with people and just chill and make jokes like so easily. Right. I would really have to think about it. I do sometimes like come up with material that I store for later. Yeah, like conversation starters. Yeah. We love that. I do conversation starters or jokes or like things that I can use if I need it in a situation. Like pull it out of my bag of tricks. Yeah. If I need it. If it gets awkward or I don't know what to do. Then you're like, I'll pull from my funny bag. Yeah. And like lighten up the mood, which all of us as humans tend to do anyways. That's a natural human reaction. Yeah. I don't have to think about it as much. You have to think about or analyze every single thing that you say in order to be in like a group setting. Yeah, I study people. I study the people around me that I like other ladies, how they talk to each other is different, and I like study it and I analyze it and I say, okay, this is what they're doing, and then I kind of copy. Okay. Not in a bad way, but I copy how they banter and like the funny back and forth. Yeah, and like the sayings like, hey bro, hey fam, like that's not natural for me. It's like that's not natural for me either. Yeah, it's not like correct grammar, but sometimes I'll just throw it out there and people are like, whoa, Jen. And you're like, okay, Jen, she's super hip and modern. Yeah, it can be hip, and I try to just smooth. Yeah. I just study people. That's so interesting to me, like, cause it makes me want to really learn about like how Ella's brain works and like how I can help her be where you are now, because it took a lot of like hard times and learning about yourself and suppression and all the things that made you who you are. Yeah. If I make it too easy for her, do you think that's not helping her? Like you mean with things like making it like social situations and things like that? Like you mean like saying, okay, if this is too much, we'll go over here, like give it. My family, like, they would give me an out option. Okay. If we had like a get together, they would be like, you can go in this room if it gets too loud, but they wouldn't tell like everybody else be quiet for Jen, or like, you know, I think in my opinion it's best to just go into situations but have a plan if it does get to be way too much. But I like to push myself, like here at Playlist Live I did get my headphones, but then I had them on the first day, but then in the morning I was like, I'm gonna start the day without them, because if I start with them and then take them off, I won't be able to handle it. So it's like a reprieve like later on if you just can't handle it. Yeah, I like to push myself a little bit, because you'd be surprised what you can handle, and that way just makes it easier, and you get more confidence when you're going into new situations that I can handle it. Oh my gosh, you are so like the best. The best.
Well, this interaction between you and I, does it make you feel nervous, or do you feel like this is natural? Like, are friendships forced?
Definitely not, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because I choose, you know, who I like to be friends with, who I feel like comfortable. I got a lot of intuition, I think, about people.
Okay.
So it doesn't feel forced. Like at first I felt like I wanted to get to know you guys, and I wasn't sure how to quite do it. So I did a lot of like, okay, I'll leave them alone. Okay, now maybe I won't bother them for an hour, and I had to kind of like
talk yourself through the steps.
Yes, I didn't want to feel, wasn't quite sure. Like, but I talked to Alex, my staff, and she's like, yeah, maybe do this, and I just had to put a little more effort into it. And you put yourself out there. Definitely. And she wrote on a message, she was like, hey, it's cool if you say no, so don't feel pressure. But like, can I like roll with your crew? And I was like, duh. I talked to Asa, and Asa was like, absolutely. Like, you can always roll with us. Like, we're never too cool for anybody that's cooler than us, because you guys, she's way cooler than us. She's so much cooler than me, and you've really given me the tools that I need to understand my child better. I don't want to cry because it's gonna that could get real. Make up some point. Yeah. Love Jen. Thank you so much for that. It's really difficult for me to understand Ella because I've never been exposed to autism, and you having such a fulfilling, awesome life. Like, I watched your video yesterday about you meeting Fathering Autism and riding the Spider-Man ride. I'm like, hell yeah, Jen is living her best life. Like, you rode the Spider-Man ride how many times? 3. I wanted more, but we had to go. Yeah, but it was so cool. Like, she's such a happy, genuine, fun person. I think your channel is one of the channels that the world needs more of. I think that what you are doing and the awareness you are bringing is so much more valuable than like us as parents, because you actually are living this life. And not that we don't have valuable information, I think we all have different perspectives, but Jen's perspective of the world gives me so much hope, and I hope that it makes you guys understand like what our lives are with Ella. And it's not sad, it's not a fix, because I get a lot of comments, have you tried keto? Have you seen the magic pill? Because I do keto, and I'm like, my kid eats 3 things. You know, like she only likes pizza, and it's hot and ready pizza. It can't be any other kind of pizza. And she'll know. Yeah, she knows. She knows. And I don't want to fix Ella. Ella doesn't need to be fixed. You can have a perfectly happy, fulfilling life on the spectrum. Like, you might need help with some things, and like I'm needing less and less help with things as time goes on. But even if you need help with things for your whole life, you still, I think sometimes it makes you different, and it can be in a good way. I think so. There's definitely struggles. I wouldn't say, oh, I would want my kid to have autism, I want, because it is hard. Right. But it is what it is, and then like she's special, like she's gonna be different, and people are gonna see something different in her that is refreshing. It's so refreshing because she doesn't care what anybody thinks about her. Do you care what people think about you? I used to. I used to when I was like in my teenage years. But then I stopped. Like, I realized my mom actually said something to me that was really profound. It was just in the moment, but it changed my whole perspective. You better tell me so I can tell her. I'm gonna tell you. I used to always, like in the supermarket, I would jump out of everyone's way and say, sorry, sorry, sorry. And my mom said, Jennifer, you don't need to apologize for standing where you are. She says, you're part of this world, and you deserve to be in this world just as much as anyone else. Jen! Yeah, and it was like, I can't take it. I don't even think she was trying to be profound. She was just talking to me, but it affected me for the rest of my life. You're like, I don't need to be sorry for being in your way. I'm just as important as you are. And you really are. Yeah. And I've told you this, I feel so lucky to know you and to have met you, and you are the absolute 100% the best takeaway that I have gotten from this entire experience here at Playlist. Because you have truly affected my life. I don't want to cry. Does that make you feel uncomfortable when people cry? Yeah. Okay. Like, they're there. I don't know what to do. Because Ella, when we cry, she's just like... Oh, really? Yeah, she doesn't care at all. Well, I want to say thank you so much for doing this for my channel. It really, really
it's been so, like, I can look at this forever and remember the advice that your mom gave me that was so profound, and like, I remember this experience because you have truly changed my perspective on autism as an adult. I've only ever experienced it with a child, so now, like, having those tools with me, I'm gonna be able to live my best life and give her the best opportunity to live hers.
Ella's gonna go great.
As soon as I showed her the videos of Ella like running around the pet store flapping, she was like, yeah!
Spirit human.
Yeah, like, it's just so natural, and like, I think that's why I'm so like attached to you already, is because it's that natural connection, like we are friends for life. We're gonna pound it, or are we gonna high five?
Pound it, I guess.
Pound it.
High five. High fives are slappy. We can never high five.
I know, why is that? There it is. Okay, you guys, make sure you guys go follow Jen's channel. Say, hey friend, you better subscribe. Don't be the 1% that doesn't subscribe. I will leave all of her information down below and up above multiple times through this video. And I hope you guys have the best day ever. Remember that it's okay to be different. It really is. And you can be friends with people who are different. Actual friends, not like,
I feel bad for you, friend.
yeah, like we're actually friends.
Yeah.
It's not like I feel bad for Jen, because I don't feel bad for Jen. She got to ride Spider-Man ride 3 times in a row, okay? I don't need to feel bad for her. But we'll see you guys later. Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.